Hi.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, guys, we're back again. I'm not going to lie to you all. I'm really tired today.
I think he's been a bit preoccupied recently.
And it don't fucking hurt, does it? It's been 7 years.
I didn't say.
It's been 7 long years. I feel like that Titanic meme that you won't know. But it's where she goes, it's been 84 years.
Why are you going like Mrs. Brown's voice?
Because that's what she sounds like. She's an old woman.
No, but you're going a bit Irish.
It's been 84 years. That's what she's...
You're going Irish.
That is exactly what she... Like, guys, you guys that know that reference, that's it. I'm going to have to get it up.
What? Oh, I thought we forgot to do something
No,
then.
I fear I'm going to have to get it up so you know that I just nailed that.
But you've got the Irish twang to it. Does anyone else feel like he sounds like
It's
Mrs. Brown's
been
voice?
84 years. Look.
It's been 84 years.
That's not the one I'm on about. That's AI. That's AI. They've AI'd that.
You're shouting.
Sorry.
It's been 84 years, and I can still smell the fresh paint.
That is her voice.
No.
That's the voice I remember.
It's been 84 years.
That's the clip.
Yeah, that's her voice.
But that's the clip.
But yes, but she doesn't sound Irish.
I don't think I sounded Irish.
Say it again.
No, I don't now. Because now I feel like I'm gonna end up being Irish. But yeah, guys, I'm tired today. But it's not just because of that, right? Okay. No, it's not. I got
It's not. I
got a
said
solid
okay.
7 hours.
I said okay.
7 hours is enough time, enough sleep.
I agree.
Uninterrupted too. Didn't wake up once.
I agree.
It's knocked right out. But not just that, guys. We have taken up squash, right?
Yeah. How many times have we been? Maybe like 4 or 5 times, maybe?
No, I think we've been four times.
4 times?
Yeah, because we went back to back last week.
Yeah.
2 days, which, guys, that was brutal. And then this week we've done Friday, Sunday.
Yeah, but Friday was a bit of a write-off.
For her, yeah.
Do you know when you just go too hard in the gym? And I think it's been a while since I last did a leg day.
Guys, 10 minutes in, she was like...
So it really...
I don't think I'm feeling very well.
Yeah, but it really wiped me out. When I tell you the day before, because I went to the gym, when did we go? Friday to squash. So
Friday.
I did leg day on Wednesday. Thursday, I felt ill that day. My whole body was aching. But, like, it knocked me up. Like,
Knocked you up?
Knocked me out.
Knocked me up.
And then I thought, on Friday, that morning I felt fine, went and had my nails done.
They needed it. Trust and believe, they really needed it.
See it. Yeah, so then I felt fine, so that's why I was like, yeah, let's go, let's do it. But then actually, like 10 minutes in, yeah, you're right, I felt it and I was like, I couldn't even run.
Yeah, so she sat down for the majority of the 45 minutes and I did some solo practice, which I'm not mad about because I still get a sweat in.
To be fair though, I did join in a little bit and I just tried to make you do the running.
Yeah, no, you joined in at the beginning for like 10 minutes and you joined in for like the last 10 minutes, maybe 15.
Yeah, I'd say 15. But no, it's quite fun. It's quite enjoyable.
Guys, it's so fun, but I'm so tired today. We did an hour and a half today, and it is better. An hour and a half is better because it gives you enough time to breathe, take a couple breaks if you need to, without going balls to the wall every single time.
Look, see, my hand's having a fit from today.
What, are you twitching?
Yeah, like it's starting to... Oof. See, we were also saying by the end, like, what do these squash people do, right? You're very, like, one-handed, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you work in one arm, one shoulder, everything a lot.
Yeah, we started trying with the left guys, and to be fair, today was brutal because there was
pressure.
People watching. And we'd not been before where people had, like, no one watched us before, is my point. Whereas today, for some reason, people were all up in our window.
Yeah, no, we always choose a court that's, like, downstairs in the corner.
That has
away.
no, like, big windows, because some of them are just, like, glass. Like, the fronts of them are just, like, glass.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, those people watching us today, it was very embarrassing.
Because this squash club, like,
And straight away.
Yeah, they hold, like, functions upstairs, and
I think it was someone's birthday because there was balloons and loads of kids.
It was the fact there was, like, 2 or 3 people at first, and we were literally going like this to him, like...
We're not good. You can't not say words. It's an audio podcast.
Oh, yeah, but, like, but we were mouthing it to them, obviously.
Yeah, we were mouthing,
right?
we're not good.
But then even the guy went, oh, no.
Yeah, no, they were like thumbs up and clapping. And I'm like, honey, to be fair though, Leah, we've got to give ourselves grace because some people are not athletic in the slightest.
Yeah, but we were awful.
No, but we've definitely gotten better since we first went.
Yes, we have, but that's not what I'm saying. At the beginning, when
I
they
was
were watching
serving
us,
sometimes. Like sometimes I was doing quite well at the beginning.
Yeah, and then after that, there was a full window full of people.
Yeah,
and
guys,
we were
it was
like,
a
what's
lot.
happening?
which I just don't need that because obviously like I know a lot of people do go to squash for like they're passionate about it. It's their thing. Do you know what I mean? Like it's their hobby that they want to pursue for a career.
Yeah, like
we're going for fun, man.
Like the first time we went, right? So we were there.
Oh god,
right?
so
and
funny.
then we heard two other people. We didn't know who. Well, we didn't even know it was two people actually.
No.
We just heard other people going to the court next to us. And when I tell you, it sounded like those walls were gonna come through.
Guys, it was
Like-
crazy. Like we thought we were volleying it and hammering it. Like I was whacking it. I felt like, but nothing in comparison.
Yeah. So then I sent Bradley out to like check it out because he was like, "Oh, I wonder if it's like a class and there's like a full."
Like I was
line
thinking,
of
like
them.
envision this. I was thinking it was going to be like loads of them, and because the whole thing with squash is like there's like a center line. So I was thinking, was it a case where like they'd have a line of them back to back on that line, then one would hit it, then they'd move out of the way, the next one hit. Do you know what I mean? So it was like consistently people hitting it. That was my vision in my head, which it wasn't the case.
What was it, Bradley?
It was two females, which I'm not saying that females aren't like bad bitches.
No, but
But like fucking hell, these girls meant business. And hats off to you because it was so loud. And then after that we were just a bit like we couldn't really concentrate. That was the first time we went though.
yeah,
But no guys, I do feel like we're getting better.
it has brought out my competitive side.
Guys, when I tell you now, don't get me wrong, I can be quite competitive, but I have really seen within myself recently, like even just like in the backyard the other day, throwing the ball.
Yeah.
Like as much as I'm competitive, like I'm not someone who's gonna like complain if somebody else gets a point. Like I'm very fair in that sort of way. Like I don't try and invalidate your points. Whereas guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, and you can't say a thing, Hayley, because it's the truth. Any point I would receive,
Not any.
a lot of the points I would receive, she would have to contest, which I'm just not all about that. Like you can get a point, fab. If you win, fab.
No,
I'm not a sore loser at all.
If anyone does play squash, and you know what I mean,
There she goes.
it's really bad for like serving it, but then it'll hit the side wall before it even comes to the box. So then he's like, well, you should hit it before it hits the wall. And I'm like, well, no, that's not the point.
I don't think she knows what the point is because we're not up to date on the like
Well, no,
the
but
rules.
still,
Like, we've all seen.
I'm not serving you like that.
I saw vastly different rules to what you've apparently seen. So like,
Yeah.
what's right?
Yeah, but then what's been working for us better, Brad? The rules you searched or the rules that I searched? I think my rules.
Well, you
have
would
worked
think
for us
that.
better.
We're not arguing.
Okay.
This is meant to be a happy episode, okay? This is the fun thing. We've taken up a hobby together because we don't dance anymore, so this is nice for us.
Yeah.
So we've taken up squash, guys, and we're loving it. Okay, I've got a surprise. Should we do that
See,
now?
I'm a bit scared about this because I felt like you were setting me up for something.
No, see, this is the thing, guys. She thinks so badly about me, like so poorly. Because when I said this at the beginning, she was just convinced that I was gonna like do something to her that was nasty, which is you're gonna be shocked,
Okay.
and you're gonna be very pleased actually. So I need to put this down because I need to get the surprise,
Okay.
and
go
you're
on.
not gonna look because the camera's gonna eat first. Okay, so
yeah.
shut your eyes and don't open them.
I won't.
And promise. Okay.
Promise.
All right, guys, give me a second. You can't hear my voice. Guys, you can't hear my voice. Sorry.
I think I've got a feeling what it might be. Can I guess?
Yeah, you guess.
Is it a Bratz stall?
Open your eyes.
Oh, you got me jade.
Because that was your favourite, right?
Yeah.
See, guys, look at me.
Oh, gosh.
I got myself Yasmin and I got you Jade.
Yasmin was your favourite?
Yep. Love Jasmine. Now, right, before we crack them open, I need to give backstory.
Mm-hmm.
Because, obviously, we said in the first episode, I believe, that they no longer do Bratz.
Someone commented.
Someone
didn't
brought
they?
it to our attention that they actually do, but they did discontinue the old Bratz. These are a new reimagined Bratz.
I'm going to say they're not the same as
They're
what
different, aren't they?
Yeah, they're not the same as what we have.
Like I was saying to my mum, guys, we'll obviously unbox them in a second. That's the whole point of this. But I recall a vastly like more exaggerated figure and whatnot. Like the head, it seemed bigger to me as a child. The feet seemed bigger, like more like the cartoon.
Yeah, more like the cartoon.
Yeah. Whereas
more
like
the picture
I
on the side.
understand why they've probably had to like sort out the proportions. Do you know what I mean? Like especially with the culture these days. Because I feel like they kind of had to do the same thing with the Barbie. Like they've tried to make it more accessible for more people, and I do completely get that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I looked up
This is
basically Bratz, and there's only two editions out, and the other one was weird. Whereas the going out ones were really cunty. So I managed to get these on Amazon, and luckily for me, it was only Jade and Yasmin that were available for like next day delivery. Like I was gonna have to wait a long time to get Chloe or Sasha. So I'm glad that these were our favorites.
Chloe was quite popular, weren't she?
Yeah, but like Yasmin was definitely my favorite because Yasmin was the fashionista. Yours was more like punk rock emo vibes.
No, she was more nerdy. Was Jade?
Look at what she's wearing.
Yeah, I know, but also
she's called Cool Cat. She was the punk rock one.
No, but she was the nerdy one.
Remember? Well, no, that's fine. But that was in the Bratz movie. But her vibe, her aesthetic, because they've all got vastly different aesthetics. Yeah. Obviously, like she's got cool shades. She's got a diesel bag. Like she's like punk leather jacket. She was more punk rock. She was more fashionista.
I think. Do you know what it is? She's a little bit more tomboy like me. She's not as girly. Like Chloe and Yasmin were really girly.
Totally. Chloe was just like your basic blonde bitch, I feel like.
Yeah. So that's what it is. Like, yeah, obviously she still looks girly.
And Sasha was
like,
a slay.
In a different vibe. Like, I can look girly, but not pretty girly. Do you know what I mean?
No, it's more, yeah, it's a bit more grungy. It's a bit more interesting. Like, it's a bit more like streetwear rather than like pretty.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, this is what I've just been saying. Like, she's a bit more punk rock. So we're going to quickly just like get these out the packaging and then we can discuss because I feel like otherwise the audio is going to be terrible while we do this.
Yeah, because I think we're going to need scissors.
Well, we'll see. Let's crack them open. Okay, guys, we'll be back.
Mm-hmm.
Leah. Guys, we're back. This was a hellish time. I'm not going to lie. Like, we thought the Barbie unboxing was difficult. This was difficult.
I know why I liked Bratz now.
No, well, this is the thing. I mean, for me, these blow Barbies out the water every time.
Yeah.
Like, that's just a different realm. I don't like what's going on behind there, though.
Oh,
don't love that for Yasmin.
Oh, I had a bit of plastic stuck to my... That's how much there was in that packaging that I've got some stuck to my arm. But I love it. But although her skirt looks like it's really up the cooch.
And she told me off in the Barbie episode for looking up the skirt.
No, but that's why I just did, because you made me think of it.
I love how long the hairs are.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's so good.
God, guys, I'm so gay.
Oh, I just want my Bratz bus back and stuff.
I know.
Like,
I wonder if we could get one off like eBay or something.
And do what with it?
Just have it out. Let's give them a proper review here for those that might be wanting to get them, right? Really cunty dolls. Leah's literally shaking. She's shook. No, guys, her hand's spasming. I'm assuming some sort of thing from
it's from the squash today.
Squash. Let's just give you a quick visual. You got to cover your face, Leah, or they're not going to get a good look-see. So yeah, this is the visual. And guys, yeah, quick review, right? Because we'll move on soon, I promise, because it's been a while. But really cunty dolls. I think the design is really cool. Not as exaggerated as I once recall, because the feet have definitely shrank, and their heads used to be bigger.
The heads used to be bigger, and I feel like the eyes used to be bigger, and the lips.
It was just so much more exaggerated.
Yeah.
Which I do understand why. Okay, proportions, it is what it is. But I'm just like, you know what? Dolls. Why do they need to be realistic, more realistic these days?
Oh, see, these make me want my long hair back.
I know. And guys, I've got to say, the quality is impeccable. Like I'm not sure about your girl's hair.
Why? Let me feel yours.
I mean, hers is just luxurious.
No, yours is the same because they still put product in
I know,
here.
but like I just think hers looks nicer. Like hers is like, because obviously they've tried to give her like straight hair.
Should I give it?
It's
brush?
A bit kinked, isn't it? Bit kinked. But yeah, it comes with a brush. It comes with a pair of sunglasses, and it does come with a bag. So accessories wise, really cute. The outfit, I do like her outfit.
I know, I think they're really cute. I remember that outfit for Yasmin.
Like the outfits look really cute, I've got to say.
Yeah.
So I did think, obviously, that we could once again add them to the set.
Oh, but do you want to kind of want to take it home?
No, I know you do. And to be fair, once the podcast is over, we can take them.
I don't want to put this to the side. Are you joking?
You want them on...
See, are they as flexible as Barbies?
Well, this is the thing. I don't think they have any movements. Leah, I don't think they're meant to move. Okay, let me try and wang mine.
Oh, wow. Splits.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
They do. Oh, my goodness.
Okay,
wow.
Yeah. So we have movement that way. However, we don't have movement anywhere else. Like the arms move, the legs do the split. The feet do turn out, which I do appreciate.
Yeah.
As Dan says, that's what we look for, you see. Like, look at that. That flat turnout.
Yeah, but I'm living.
Barbies could only ever imagine, you know? So yeah, guys, overall, I'm really pleased with my purchase. I think the quality is impeccable. I low-key think we need to move the Barbies.
To where?
Maybe they go on the outside now.
What, to make room for the Bratz?
I think so. Because I hate to say it, but I think I prefer the Brat. So she can be in a bridge, just off there.
Oh, isn't that really sad though? You pushed her to the side, like she's even behind the cushion.
Well, okay, guys, there we go. Okay, so we've now got Bratz,
I love
which
it.
for us I feel is a bit more fitting because we were more Bratz kids than we were Barbies.
Yeah. Well,
What are we
thank
doing?
you. That was a nice little
You're so
surprise.
welcome. See, I told you you'd like the surprise.
I don't know why, but when you got it out, I heard the packaging,
Well, yeah, it's plastic.
and then I knew what it was. I just knew.
Classic.
I don't know why.
I'm not.
Isn't that weird?
Well, no, I assumed you would know by the sound of the packaging. So yeah, I found them. Let me try and get you a picture of the other collection because you're going to agree with me. It's not as chic.
I really want to watch the Bratz film now. And do you remember the Bratz game?
Well, I'm thinking. Sorry, pause. Guys, let us know if you would like us to watch the Bratz movie again after God knows how long, and recap it on an episode.
Should we dress up as Bratz?
I'm not sure if I want to dress up as a brat.
You could dress up as Jasmine. Get yourself a nice wig.
Sat in this situation in a wig is not going to happen. Like, this is already a lot. Like, this is overstimulus to the max. Like, fucking hell, me sat here in full geesh and a wig, that's not going to be good for anybody.
Oh, but I think I'd make a good Jade.
I'll put you in Bratz drag if you want.
Yeah, should we do that?
Maybe we film the process for the second channel, then film an episode.
Dressed like this. There we have it.
Yeah, like, look, this was Yasmin's Always Bratz fashion doll.
You know when you kind of want to get a Chloe
Fucking
and
Uggo.
But isn't that what they were like?
No. Guys, that's ugly. Sorry, that's ugly.
But let me see again.
They're the exact same like dimensions as them because they're new dolls. But that's an ugly outfit. And why has she got those horrible bangs?
Yeah, no, that's not.
That's not a chic outfit. Like, where are the other ones? Always Bratz, Sasha's. To be fair, Sasha looks kind of cool here. But Sasha wasn't my favourite. Jade, also that is an ugly outfit. So this is why I didn't get these. Because they're ugly outfits, whereas these ones I felt like were a bit more cunty.
I really wish I'd kept my Bratz dolls. Like, where did they go? Do you know what I mean?
We'll say, though, the two that we didn't get, Chloe and Sasha, they had the best outfits in the last one. Because, like, hers is pretty good. Yeah, I think these ones are based more off the film, you know?
These ones.
No, these ones. But guys, for the rest of the episode, we're going to be doing questions.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So let me just quickly load up the questions and then we're going to get cracking. If you're not subscribed to the second channel, subscribe to the second channel.
Yeah.
Like, comment, all the things. Leave us a 5-star review if you're listening. Okay, if you're an audio listener, first of all, I apologise. Maybe come and look at the Bratz dolls just so you're in the loop.
Yeah.
If you're an audio diva, then please give us a 5-star review on whatever you're listening to it on. Thank you very much.
And just imagine the Bratz dolls how they used to be. Oh, also, guys, I treated Bradley to a spa overnight, which was lovely.
Guys, I think facials are going to be my new thing.
And it was weird because when we were having it done, I was literally like there thinking, I know for a fact when we come out of here, Brad is going to say to me, facials are my new thing. And what did he say? As soon as we had finished, facials are my new thing. They actually are so good.
Like, don't get me wrong, like, I'm a regular with the massagers. I do get massages quite regular. She was definitely giving us more on, like, the relaxing end. Like, for me, it felt like a tickle because I'm so used to, like, sports massages. The facial, however, fucking hell. I could get that every day.
It was so relaxing.
Like, guys,
so
she
good.
was, like, running rings around your eyes.
Yeah.
And, like, they'd put, like, warm cloths on your face and shit. Oh, my God. It was otherworldly. It was an Elemis one for anybody that's wondering.
Yeah, it was really good.
But, yeah, so would recommend a spa weekend or whatever.
To start off with, someone put, have you both always had a good relationship with each other? I would say so.
Yeah, I feel
pretty
like
much.
I'd say we've always had a good relationship. Like I would always say that you're my closest sister because obviously we grew up dancing and everything always together. So I feel like that kind of like solidified that for me anyway. I do think obviously as we've got older, we kind of both have our separate lives. So like it's like sometimes we don't speak as much as we used to or whatever. Like when you're away, obviously, like you've got priorities. I'm here doing what I'm doing, so it's not always feasible for us to always be in contact so regularly. And like obviously, yeah, we've had times where we went to like Rome and butted heads. But that's
but that's normal.
Well, this is what I'm saying. It's generally, but it's also not even just that. It's just like people have their way of living. Do you know what I mean? Like the way I live on my own is different to how like my mum runs her house.
Yeah.
It's all just different. So I feel like, especially when we're thrust into an environment where we're sharing a room together and whatnot, that's when I feel like we butt heads. So I think if we do go on holiday again,
we need separate rooms.
I think separate rooms would be ideal.
Especially if it's for a week.
Totally.
For a night or two, it's fine.
Yeah, like it was fine at the spa.
Yeah, but
we had a great time.
But for a week, I think,
we start to clash.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise,
but we've got a good relationship. Like,
oh yeah,
it's not like I won't say.
Yeah, she's holding her tongue.
Yeah.
But no, yes, I like she's my closest sister. That's for sure.
Oh, if there's one thing you could tell each other's younger self, Brad now to young Leah and vice versa, what would it be?
I'd say to you, it's not all that deep and it's not all that serious.
About what?
Just everything. Like I feel like as a child you could be sometimes quite uptight, whereas I felt quite free-spirited as a child. To the point where, like, I feel like you'd have to, like, crack the whip sometimes.
Gosh, what would I say to you?
Come on.
Maybe I would have said, because what age are we talking, like young? Maybe I would have told you that I knew you were gay sooner.
But that's not, do you understand that's not what I need? I don't need you to out me. That's not fun for me.
No, but there were so many years when you weren't being yourself and you were being aggy and moody and down and da-da-da. Even though, because then when it actually did happen, these probably all know the story by now, right? Then we were all just like, we know.
No.
So if we'd all just told you that we knew from the get-go, then you at least, at school, fine, be whatever you want to be. But at least at home, then you felt like you could have been yourself.
I understand what you're saying, but the issue I have with that is that you guys might have known, but that it has to come from me. Like, I have to be the one to realise it for myself and have to, like, also be at peace with the fact that I am, because a lot of the time what goes into, I mean, my experience anyway, of being gay is thinking, fuck, what are people going to think about it? Like, in my brain, it's like playing with the possibility that I am, right? Before, like, fully accepting it, because that's what it has to come to. It has to come to fully accepting it. Yeah. In my brain, it's like, okay, well, if I tell people that I am this, what are their thoughts going to be? One. And then another side of my brain would be, well, what if I say it and then later down the line I don't think I am anymore? So then it's like, can I take it back? There's a lot of things that go into it to the point where, like, I have to be comfortable saying it. No, but
I feel like I should have said to you, like, yes, you might not be gay, but if you think you are, you can come and speak to me about it.
Well, see, that I'd appreciate more, rather than just being like, I know you're a
No, I wouldn't have said it like that.
No, I know, but like being so blatant about it, maybe you could have said, like, I know you might be going through something. If you are and want to talk, I'm happy to talk. Do you know what I mean? That sort of thing's great.
Well, that's what I kind of meant.
No, because I know what you're like. Leah, the way you made me come out was that you just said, we all know you're gay. You said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not what you meant at all, which was fine at the time, because luckily at the time I'd kind of accepted it myself, and like...
That's what I mean though, but years before that I wouldn't have dared said that, because we weren't sure properly. Like, we knew, but we didn't know. But at that point, you'd been that aggy, and we knew,
and you'd seen,
and we'd seen random
stuff.
Things on your phone and stuff, so we kind of knew.
Yeah, guys, honestly, a betrayal of trust.
So, no, that wasn't me. Just
no, it wasn't. It was my mum. But like,
she came to me.
Yeah.
But that's my point, though, that we kind of had evidence. Like,
yeah,
it wasn't just an inkling.
This is what I mean. So yeah, so that's why, like, when you did say it, I did take it on board positively, and I was like almost relieved at that point, because I was kind of just like playing a waiting game of like telling you. So you timed it very well. Whereas I don't know if hearing from you that you knew I was gay earlier than that would have necessarily been the best thing for me.
No, but I think on some level I could sense that.
Right.
I'm not saying like I'm like got sixth sense, but obviously I shared a room with you.
No, totally.
And I think I knew at that point that you already knew. I could sense it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have said it before. I'm not that type of person.
I don't know.
But like, I knew what was going on with you. That's why I was just like, look, it's the new year. Like,
No, yeah, the actual timing of the coming out, you timed that well. I'm just saying that maybe you blurting out that you knew I was gay maybe a year or two in advance might not have gone over so well.
Okay, well, what else would I have said to you?
Don't know. Like, what was I like as a kid? Maybe...
No, but is it like us saying to the younger self now, knowing what we know now? As in, like... Is it just advice about life, or is it about like?
Well, that's why
I know that you're not dancing anymore, and actually it's turned out all right for you.
That's why I'd say to younger you, like, it's not all that deep, it's not all that serious, because that can kind of like relate to everything.
Yeah, but you didn't have any problems like that.
Well,
because he was so carefree.
Well, this is exactly what I was saying. That I felt like I was very like. Didn't really care about anything, and I feel like you could have used a little bit of that as a child, like just to let yourself be a bit more chill.
What of me could you have used a little bit of? Nothing.
No, productivity, taking things serious, actually trying and applying myself to like getting better at stuff.
And is that what you did? Obviously.
Well, yeah, but later than you, much later than you. Like, you took things much more... Like, obviously, I think in general, you had more of the controlling, like, wanting to do better and be the best.
Controlling.
Yeah, whereas I was more carefree, flew by the seat of my pants, didn't really care for a long time. Like, and I think we both could have kind of used a bit of each other in that, personally. Like, I could have easily needed to be, like... take things a bit more seriously at times, and like really like give stuff my all sometimes, especially when it comes to like dancing. Like I like I've mentioned, like I only started really trying when I was like 14, 15, which is late.
Yeah, but you ended up using it anyways.
So you'd say to younger me, you didn't even end up dancing, so don't even bother. Don't even bother applying yourself. I mean. Don't even try.
Maybe don't get yourself into that debt from Ron Beck, because you're not going to use it. You don't need to.
No, and boy, oh boy, is it sore bill when it comes to taxes. Whew.
Exactly. But yeah, so that's what I mean. There's nothing positive because you're so successful now. So what could I say to you that? Do you know what I mean? Whereas I'm not as successful, so then you've got stuff that you can say to me.
That's not. No, mine wasn't necessarily about like your success. It was more about like you as a person and like trying to benefit you like as a person mentally. Because I feel like you could have avoided a lot of things had you been a little bit less. You know, a little bit less.
Well, maybe I could have said to you then, I would try and filter what you've got to say sometimes before you say it.
That's
or
fair.
If you've got something that's bothered you and you want to say it, maybe discuss it with someone first to play it down.
Why? What are things that I've said that?
Well, you've got yourself in situations where, like, now you're not on good terms with certain people because, blunt. That's not your fault. It's just that person can't take it.
Who? What have I said to her that's untrue?
It's not. I didn't say untrue. I just said the bluntness. Mum's the same. She always
she goes, Mum, she's coming for you again and me.
No, but you're not scared to say what you think. I have more of a filter than you.
But I just don't think that's a bad thing. But I understand why you would think it's not necessarily a bad thing, but like could be better.
No, but you're saying in certain situations it could have made me better from what you said to me.
Totally.
I'm saying in certain situations it might
filter
have
yourself.
Yeah.
All right.
Read the situation more.
Well, I'm at peace with the choices that I've made.
That's all right. Right, but guys, just so you know, when it comes to our family and chat and stuff like that, right? If there's ever anything that kicks off, we all know Brad will be the one to say something.
Because I'm not avoidant.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of our family is quite avoidant. Like,
I'd just rather keep the peace.
People in our family don't like to air their grievances directly to said person. They'd rather go around the houses and like talk amongst themselves rather than going directly to the source. Whereas I am a bit more straight to the point because I'm just like, if you've pissed me off, I'll tell you. No,
for me though, like if there's something that's bothering me about someone, I will tell them. But if it's something that I don't see there being any point in making it worse, I'm not going to make it worse. I'll just ignore it.
That's the word that you fuck up. Worse. I do think opinionated people do get a bad rap sometimes, and I can understand how sometimes it can just cause problems and sometimes maybe not everything has to be said. I do get that entirely. But I personally like about myself that I am direct to the point, because I just feel like I'm not someone who's going to beat around the bush. So I'd rather someone know exactly what I'm thinking and where they stand with me. So then there's no miscommunications. There's no like whatever.
Okay, another question.
Yeah, we've chatted a long time about that one.
What is your funniest memory from dancing together?
I've got one.
Go on.
And it's on the on like the top of my head, because I spoke to that person about it recently, because I came across the image, and it's now this isn't probably going to be funny for you.
Is this when I smashed my face in?
Yeah. No, it's not going to be funny for you. I understand that. But looking at the picture, I was crying laughing, because it's so funny to me, because I can recall the whole thing. So basically, guys, sorry, I'm waving this brush around.
We'll be able to put the picture up so you can understand.
There's a picture of Leah's face. I'm going to describe it for the audio listeners.
No, I was going to put a picture up of the thing we were trying to do.
Oh, not your scabby face. And you crying.
I guess I'll have to put that up and out as well now.
But yeah, guys, there's basically a picture of Leah. It'll be on the screen for the visuals. But there's a picture of Leah where essentially what we'd been trying to do was, I was laid on the floor, right? Vision this?
Vision this, yeah.
That's not right, is it? Envision this?
Whatever. You get it.
My words are not working today. Think about this, right? Whatever. I was laid on the floor, and then with my knees up.
Yeah, so his legs
and
bent.
Then Leah basically has to put her body flat over me, so we're like head to head here. She's right above me. She then puts her arms flat, and then the hands go on my kneecaps when I hold her shoulders directly above my head. Yeah. And then she then kicks the legs up.
Into a handstand.
Nice and straight, lovely. Okay, and it's not even that difficult, is it?
No, we did do it.
It's more just like it's kind of one of those things that's like, it looks tricky, but it's actually just like counterbalancing almost.
Yeah.
So that's what we were doing. Okay, and we did successfully do so. Now here's the thing, and here's why I find it funny, because Leah was wearing a jacket, and this is the thing. I can't even feel bad for this, because it wasn't actually my fault.
Go on, carry on.
Because Leah was wearing a purple jacket as seen in the image. Okay? Because the literally the evidence is right there. So she was wearing a jacket. Now the jacket was one of those just like slouchy ones. So, of course, my arms are on her shoulders and her whole body weight is above me. So my arms slip off. Okay? To the point where Leah comes barreling down, right? Now in like survival mode, move my head.
No, this is where you're gonna go like thingy. I dodged you.
Oh, I didn't move my head.
No, I could have.
I'm pretty sure I turned my head though.
You might have, but I could have smacked you straight in the head.
Thank God you didn't, because I could have broken my nose.
But I dodged you because I was like, well, he didn't want me on his head.
You're damn right.
I think I did get you though with my shoulder.
Oh, honey,
a little bit in
you
the neck.
strangled me. Like, I got like suffocated with the shoulder, because you got to think, guys, right? So there would have been no way for me to actually do this, because I was laying on the floor.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure I did this
out
of instinct.
Yeah.
Because if someone's coming towards you, you do, you know. So I'm pretty sure I did that. But then so she must have obviously cheated it, gone to the side of me or whatever. And then because it was obviously shoulder blades, full body weight, shoulders on my neck. So then Leah's smashed the face in.
Yeah, but guys,
Carpet.
it was on carpet. But then actually, I was thinking just then, I was like, would it have been better on wood though? Because that would have fucking hurt. I probably would have given myself a concussion.
Yeah, I think although it was on, the thing is, the carpet probably did cushion it, but the roughness of the carpet was more of a friction burn.
Carpet burn.
So I'm
on
not
the face.
sure. Yeah, I'm not sure if it would have been better on wood, or I don't think it would have been good on any of them, to be honest.
No.
Maybe a mat. But yeah, so guys, I can only imagine what that looked like from the outside. Like, I wish we had that on video, because fucking hell.
I know, if only live photos were a thing then.
Yeah, you coming down like crash bang wallop.
Because if that was a live photo,
Because like, what happened to your legs?
I don't even know, Bradley. All I remember is hitting the floor with my face.
I know, but
if anyone can remember what happened to my legs, it'd be you.
How am I seeing your legs? I'm just seeing a head coming barreling towards me, and like the whole body with it.
Like, did I go over?
No, or
did I just collapse?
No, because my thought is if your head went to the side of me, your legs would have just had to like
come down,
flop. Yeah,
I reckon they just came down.
I was just such in shock. and like reeling. My throat was reeling, and obviously your head was bloody.
It was a mess.
So it was also scary. So yeah, obviously, like I said, not funny really. In hindsight, more funny. You know? But that was one.
I did have another one in my brain. Do you know? Oh no, that's not funny though. That's just a different story where I thought there was a ghost and I thought you punched me in the stomach.
No, I feel like there's got to be something to do with like performing on stage or something.
Should we tell them about the clown thing? Song and dance.
That's the one. That's the one. That's the one. Guys, holy mother of God. There's so many levels to this story. We've got to start with why you were on a chair in the first place.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So overarchingly, right, the idea with this story, envision, I've got pictures of this also. Me and Leah had a clown duet. One time only.
Oh, they might have seen a picture of this because it was in one of the teasers.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, if you guys are on the Instagram, you might have seen the picture of us looking like clowns. Now, you take it away with this one because I feel like I spoke for a lot for the other one.
So, right, to start off with, so we were at a competition, right? So
embarrassing.
And we had like an open choreographic, right? So basically I injured myself.
What does it... I just tell them what an open choreographic means.
Open choreographic just means like that we make our own routine up. So for some reason...
And you compete it.
How old were we? Maybe 14, 15? Like,
Old enough to know better.
Yeah, and for some reason I was doing a burlesque number.
I mean, it was a good routine though.
Yeah, and I had like a ballet bar, which is a bit strange.
Yeah, because why wasn't it a chair?
I don't know. So I had a ballet bar that I danced with a little bit at the beginning and stuff, and I did this thing where you put your hands on, kick up, kick the wall at the back, and then just like twist on my ankle or something.
But the thing was, the back of the stage didn't look like a wall because it was a curtain. So we obviously you went to kick it, and obviously we all just thought, oh, it's fine, like it's just gonna be a curtain, but it was a brick wall back there.
Well, I don't think it was just that though. I think it was the way I landed because I think my foot caught in the curtain a little bit as I went.
Right.
And then because I remember I hurt the side of my foot here, and then to the point where didn't you run on stage?
Absolutely, knight in shining armor.
Yeah. So
see when push comes to shove, I am there. You see. So yeah. So she goes down, guys. She goes down and once again falls, and like without missing a beat, I'm on stage and I'm getting her and I'm picking her up and I'm taking her off.
Didn't
and
I
then
do
it's
it again?
Woo!
Yeah, but then didn't I just do it again?
No.
Did I not?
You fucked up your ankle. No, you didn't just do it again.
Ah, okay, so I didn't.
No, you got taken off by me.
And then I had to go to A&E, right?
Yeah, because I remember us then taking you out and you were like sat there and like people were looking at it. Yeah, you didn't perform in a gown.
Oh,
crazy.
Okay. Yeah, so then I went to A&E, and then for some reason, was it the same day or the next day?
I think it must have been like a day or two later.
Yeah.
It wasn't the same day.
Yeah, because then we had to come up with the plan.
Well, that's what I mean, yeah.
Yeah, so then we had
We'd planned.
like a brand new song and dance, which me and Brad had never done a song and dance up to this point.
Because notoriously, we're not that good at singing.
No. But my mum was like, give it a go. Like, it don't need to be something serious. Like, it don't need to be, like, good notes or anything like that.
Well, this was the thing.
We could just make it more comedy.
This was the thing. It was like, we can lean into the fact that we're not that good at singing by doing something funny. Like, rather than going on and trying to do something serious, which would never have worked because we haven't got the vocal ability to pull that off, Mum and us decided, oh, we'll do a comedy routine with some singing involved.
Yeah.
Hence, clowns.
Yeah.
So then obviously Leah hurts her foot. Then the following day, I imagine, because I'm thinking like probably that evening that you hurt your foot, we were like, fuck, we need to like damage control what we're going to do for tomorrow. Rather than just pulling the number.
Yeah.
Considering it was going to be like the first time out, you'd think we'd just pull the number.
And then just do it at the next competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So rather than pulling the number, we make adjustments. Which in hindsight, what the fuck? So look, I've got to say, it's very lucky that there was only two people in that category.
No, but that made it more embarrassing.
Not for me.
It did for me.
Yes, I guess if there was more, then we would have just not placed it all.
Yeah, which is fine. But because we came second, just because out of default.
Yeah, like second out of two. But luckily, like they gave us second. We're jumping the gun.
Oh, right.
Tell them about the duet. Like what changes did we make?
So I don't even remember if the duet was actually going to be good before we made the changes.
I don't think so.
No. So then I ended up being sat in a chair.
Yeah, because the idea...
For the whole number.
Wasn't it like... The whole idea was that, once again, leaning into what I've just said about our personalities, was like you were like the strict one hitting me.
Yeah,
and I was like... It was almost Punch and Judy vibes.
Eh?
The puppets, Punch and Judy.
No idea what they are.
You guys all know.
But yeah, so he was the one that was prattling around, and I was like trying to make him behave and like da.
That was the idea.
Yeah, like what did we have props?
I had a huge inflatable hammer. Or you did. One of us did.
And I hit you with the hammer.
Yeah, because you... Basically, guys, this story's all over the place, but the adjustment was that Leah couldn't no longer dance. So instead, she sat on a chair in the middle of the stage. Well,
mortifying.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. At least I could like go around you and not look at the audience and like not look at people in the face. Whereas you're just sat there looking like this weird clown, just like. What
was the song?
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so Leah was sat on a chair, and then obviously that kind of just changed the whole dynamic because I'm still having to do all the routine and sing. Whilst Leah's just sat, and then that already was a bit off. And then to make things worse, there was like a bit in it where she was meant to like hit me, or like no, didn't you like? Weren't you meant to like swing the thing and miss me, and I was meant to duck? Because I remember I did the duck, you didn't do the swing, so I just looked like I was like ducking for no reason. So yeah, guys, overall,
I don't know.
it was a mess, very very embarrassing, and obviously looking back now, it's just like. Oh my god!
Especially like when me and Bradley was known so well at competitions
for like doing good.
Yeah, so then that was just mortifying, and it actually speaks a lot because we never even tried to do the original version. We just never did it again.
Never did it again.
Like,
it was mortifying. I'm so glad I wasn't you in that situation though, because it would have been worse just like looking at people's reactions.
Yeah, exactly. What could I do? Just look around like this. I wish I knew what the song was.
Why did we not pull the routine?
I don't know.
Why were you just sat on a chair?
This speaks Tracy.
Well, this is the thing, guys. I know why we didn't pull the routine. It's because Mum said we weren't allowed.
Yeah, Dan's mum's moment.
Yeah, we had to go on and had to do it. And yeah, guys, we got second out of 2. But to be fair, it's not that bad because sometimes they wouldn't award you the next thing if they didn't think you deserved it. So like, they could have given those 2
Yeah, but
first. Pause. They could have given those 2 first, and then they could have given us 3rd, 4th, or not even placed us.
Yeah, but she might have done that out of pity because she
I'd
knew.
like to think so.
Because she knew I'd injured myself at that competition.
I know, but why did we even go on and do it?
I don't know.
Mum, I'll never forgive you. That's one thing that I'm just like, we could have given that.
Did we even get a video of it?
I don't think so. Because I imagine my mum was probably shitting bricks backstage.
I'm sure my mum would have recorded it. I might have to see if she's got a video
we'll
of it because I need to watch that back.
So do I. I need to watch that back also. Ooh, yikes.
Because I feel,
anyway.
you know when you feel like it was a bit of a blur because of how embarrassing it was.
It's one of those things that like, I feel like was so traumatic I blocked it out.
Yeah.
Ooh, do either of you want kids in the future? How many? Let's do a few rapid fire. Let's not go into so much detail. Go on.
Yes, and no more than 3.
I'm currently unsure. The reason being is because I went to Disneyland and Disneyland will change person.
Yeah, you mentioned that in one of the
seeing
episodes.
screaming kids and like just aggro.
Yeah. Do you know the reason
Hooked on sugar.
Do you know the reason why it's 3, no more than 3?
Because then you can still have a 5-seater. So you can still have a 5-seater car.
7-seater cars are ugly. I'm sorry.
No, I completely agree. Too big.
Yeah.
Too
so no more than 3.
Completely agree.
Much.
Are you twins?
No, we're not twins.
No, we're not. We did look like it though.
No.
Wait, so I don't think I actually really answered the last question, did I? Because she kept telling me that I'd said it already.
Just say.
No. No, I don't want kids. Not right now, anyway. But I may in the future, like maybe when I'm like 50 or 60 or like wanting to settle down.
Can you imagine the day I tell you I'm having a baby?
You will look really weird pregnant. Not in like a nasty way.
I think I'll glow.
No, totally. But like, it was weird seeing Caitlin pregnant. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it'll be so weird to see your body pregnant.
Mm.
It wasn't like a nasty thing, but it's just like, it's an interesting thing to witness, you know? Ooh! Who lost their virginity first? Love you. You guys. You, I think.
What, in like the life? Because I'm older than you, or as both? Like what age?
I lost mine at 17 and a half, almost 18.
I was younger.
Yeah.
16. I was still legal. Oh
No,
my gosh.
I'm not reading you. There's people that are much younger, okay? But yes, it was you. But I mean, it's more difficult for gays. Sorry. 'Cause I had to come out first before I could
Oh
check
yeah,
around.
true, exactly. So it's not a fair comparison.
Yeah, it's not a fair. I couldn't just find someone on the street and be like, yeah, you'll do.
And do you think that's what I did?
No, but like it's easier and it's more accessible for straight people.
All right,
You know what? We're going to change gears.
go on then.
What are your favourite things about each other? Now that's fucking nice, isn't it? Because I feel like we're at each other's throats
But
this
that
episode.
didn't sound nice, did it?
No. Let's think.
He's really having to scrape the barrel.
Well, go on.
I like how creative you are.
Okay, period.
I like how... See, I'm contradicting myself because of what I said earlier, but I like how you're not afraid to say what you think.
Right.
Sometimes. Obviously, it still needs filtering sometimes.
Right.
But you're not scared to. You're not scared of confrontation.
No. Absolutely not.
I like that you're so generous.
Notice how all these things could kind of be catered to Leah. Okay, well, that's 3 nice ones. What have you got going for yourself? You're resilient.
What does that mean?
Why do I bother? Resilience is like you don't give up.
Right.
Like you're faced with obstacles,
Yeah.
you're going for it still. Like you're not going to let things really get you down.
Yeah.
Like I've said before, like I don't love when people like don't problem solve. Do you know what I mean? I feel like you do problem solve. I don't have that issue with you. And obviously we had a chat before about like the whole doormat thing, and I feel like you have really embraced that. You're no longer a doormat. I don't feel like.
No.
So I like that. I like your resilience. What else? Leah, it's difficult because you're not creative or anything.
It can only come
I'm
up
not
with
done.
one
I'm
thing.
not done. Wait, I'm not done. I've got one. I
I'm
can't.
gonna cry.
I'm not done. What are you crying for? I've got a good one, but I can't say it whilst we're crying. Oh, I've got two. Okay, first one. Yeah. I don't understand why you're crying.
You can only come up with one
I'm
thing.
not done. I've got 2 really good ones, but I can't say them now because you started crying. It takes me a minute. All right, you came up with yours very fast. Right, can I carry on?
Yes.
I think you're very thoughtful. You are, which I'm not as. But I'll hold my hands up and say I can sometimes be quite selfish.
Okay.
So I like that you are thoughtful and you do think about others. You don't forget things. Like you are. We need to stop crying and laughing.
I need to go get some tissue. Go on then, 2 more, and then I'll tell you why that probably just triggered something.
Okay. Well, my other 2 was you're an extremely hard worker, which is what I've said from the get-go. Like as a child, like you had your goals, you do everything in your power to achieve them, and I feel like you still do that now. And what was the other one? And I know you're going to think this is bullshit because obviously, like we have had us talked about your emotionalism, and I do take the piss, but I do think I could use more of that. So like that is a quality of yours that I do envy somewhat because I'm someone who is a bottle upper. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, mine just come out.
Exactly. So like, although that might seem like a bit of a weird one, like I am envious of you in that like you do very much wear your heart on your sleeve. It doesn't take much to show the emotion, as we've just witnessed. You know, whereas like I am someone who generally does suppress a lot of emotions and like doesn't always like speak about what I'm thinking or like whatever, or like I don't like things to get emotional. Like yes, I say what I mean in like in a confrontational sense, but I don't often allow myself to get emotional when I probably should. Do you know what I mean? But I have got better with that. but that's something about you that I do admire.
Okay, do you want me to tell you? This is something I'm not sure if Brad knows, but
Oh God, no, I'm scared.
no, it's my biggest insecurity, and
What?
it's from when we were teenagers. That I'm scared that people think I'm boring.
You think people think you're boring? No, I think I know what I know what you're referencing. I think 'cause you've mentioned it to me before.
No, because like obviously growing up, obviously we had good time dancing, whatever and stuff. But Brad was always the popular one in the class. Like I was always the one. Like if we went in twos and stuff, like from the corner, everyone wanted to go with Brad, and I'd just kind of be left there on my own at the back, or I'd be left with the drabs. Yeah.
God, that's kind of shitty of me. I feel like I should have been like, no, I'm gonna go with my sister. But I mean,
No, because you don't have to. But I'm just saying, because you were more like the popular one, so I just felt like people thought, because I took things so seriously and actually worked hard at the lessons, that people thought I was boring and I wasn't as like entertaining as what you were. So I felt like most of our friends at the dance school were only our friends because they were your friends. They weren't my friends.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and I think I've kind of carried that a little bit into adulthood, where I just feel like I'm the boring one. I'm not the entertaining one.
Right. Well,
So then when
She's gonna cry again. God. This is gonna be called an emotional episode. This is like your second or third time crying in an episode.
No, because then when people don't have anything good to say about me, then I think
But I just came up with 4 really good ones, but it took me a minute.
yeah, because she said I weren't that creative, and I was like, well, I'm not entertaining either. I'm not funny.
But I didn't say those things. But I just said you weren't creative because you're not. Like, you're not. You don't draw. You don't do that sort of stuff. That's what I meant by that.
So I'm not saying that.
This has been a mess.
So I'm not saying that this is what Brad's caused, because he hasn't at all. It's just that because of our personalities, and we were obviously together all the time growing up in the dance school and stuff, then it kind of just went that way.
Yeah.
And it wasn't nice, like, at the time.
No, totally. Well, this is the thing. Like, obviously, at the time, I didn't really realise this at all. Because
but now me saying it, could you see it?
No, I wasn't finished.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, obviously, at the time, I'm not going to realise it because I'm in the bubble, like, whatever. Like, I was the class clown. I've said this before. But obviously, looking back now, it does make a lot of sense that, like, that would have been your experience. Do you know what I mean? So I get that. But my thing is to you now is, like, because I have felt currently, like, in my newer life, like, in the past couple of years, whatever, now that I'm not going out as much, whatever, like, I'm kind of, like, in a more chill time, like, I felt like a loner, like boring, whatever, because obviously, like, my friends are still doing what they're doing and, like, they're going out constantly. And I actually was watching The Girls' Bathroom the other day, and Sophia said to Chintzia about a viewer that, like, realistically, like, what one person may think is boring is, like, someone's, like, dream. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, although, like in what realm do you think you're boring? Do you know what I mean?
It just seems to be that, like, how I can make friends, but then no one seems to be my best friend. Do you know what I mean? I know it sounds really sad.
I know, but I didn't expect this for the episode. Sorry, I shouldn't be laughing because this is, like, really sad, but I feel like this shouldn't be on air. I shouldn't have continued to delve into this because I know what you're like. Oh.
No, this is a problem I've had all my life, because I always seem to make friends on contracts and stuff, but I'm never that one person that someone's, like, coming knocking at my door being like, Leah, let's go and do this. Like, I'm people's friends, but I'm not their best friend. I'm not the one that they're like need to be with every day and stuff.
I know, but my thing to that would be like, like, to me in my brain, I'm not like, oh, that's your issue. I wouldn't say that that's an issue that you have. Like, you're not making that happen. I think if anything, you're just not finding your people. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think obviously, like, you're in an environment that is polarizing at best. Like, there was a bunch of people on my ship that I couldn't fucking stand.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't think it's a case where, like, it's your personality or something you're doing. I just think it's like you've not found the people that are your people.
And I think
people value different stuff. Do you know what I mean?
And I think because of all that, like when I was younger, I've just had to become good at just doing my own thing. and being independent. So then I don't have to rely on someone. But then ever so often it does get me down. Like if something happens and like there'd be a few things that had happened on my contract, especially in Greece and stuff, where they'd be like inviting the others to go out and I just wouldn't get asked to go out, and I'd be like, well,
see, but to me,
get left out.
But hearing that's shitty on their part. These are not very nice people. That doesn't say anything about you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like from an outsider's perspective, obviously I can completely understand and sympathise and get why in your brain it's like, well, what's wrong with me? Because you're going to internalise that if like this is what's happening to you. But from an outsider's perspective, I'm not looking at that and being like, oh God, what is up with her that means that these people don't want to be a friend? It's like, no, these are assholes that you don't need to be friends with, nor do you want to be. Or you shouldn't want to be.
Yeah.
And I understand that that's easy for me to say, but it's like, these aren't nice people if they're willing to do that to you. Like, you shouldn't want to be friends with those kinds of people.
Like, literally, as you know, my most recent contract, I even had to deal with an issue where a girl was basically acting like I didn't exist.
Yeah, but that's weird. That's really weird.
And I'd literally done nothing to her.
But this is what I mean. So, like, that's not a you thing. I understand that it's very easy to think that it is because it's happening to you, but that says much more about her as a person than it does you.
And that's what like made it more confusing. Like I was literally talking to my cabin mate, being like, "What have I actually done?" She's like, "Lee, you've done nothing wrong." Like,
but you have made a few like good friends from this past contract.
Yeah, but like, that's what I'm saying to you. I can make friends, but like, there's never anyone that's like my ride or die. Like you've got Liam. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? But
but you've got to think. Obviously, we went through 3 years of like a very intense environment together and a lot of mental issues to get to this point. Obviously, I know you didn't have your experience, so like a contract, yeah, it's a long time and it's a big stint, but it's not several years getting to know each other. Do you know what I mean? But I do get it. Like, I'm not trying to invalidate you at all. Like, I do understand it, and I can imagine how that makes you feel. But like, I don't think you're boring.
I know, but it's just a thing that's like, I know now that like I deep down I do know that I'm not.
Yeah.
Like, because obviously in my recent job, like I had to not be boring.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
And I always used to get a lot of comments and stuff, but like, it's just something that's in there somewhere.
No, it does make sense.
Like, and it crops up ever so often. So when you could only come up with one thing then I was like, well.
But you didn't really give me enough chance. Like, it does take me a minute to think of things. Like, I was surprised at how fast you had yours. But I came up with 4 great ones.
Yeah.
Whereas you only gave me 3. Ooh, what's your all-time favourite movies? Well, I know yours. High School Musical, hello.
Yeah, High School Musical, Dirty Dancing.
Do you know I've still never fully watched that movie, and I know you fucking love it, but I used to hate it with a burning passion.
Why?
I hated the music. I hated everything about it. Hated the lead actress.
Yeah, she is a little bit annoying.
Yeah,
to be fair.
it just wasn't for me, but I did know that you loved it.
Honey, like we said before,
Yeah.
and like the Step Ups.
Yeah, they're still your current favourites? Because I feel like you've kind of taken a few from like childhood with you. I feel like you found most of those, like you found them in your childhood, and like they're still your ride or dies now, which is good.
Favorite like Disney ones is like Tangled and maybe Coco. I don't get the hype on Encanto. Sorry.
Love Encanto.
I tried.
I love it. The music is incredible.
The music's good, but I think the story could have more to it.
I love it. Love everything about it.
Like I thought there was gonna be more at the end. Like, does she end up getting a power? No.
Like
she's the key.
Well, yeah, she's the key to the family. Like without her, the family falls apart.
Yeah, but she didn't get a power.
I don't know. I think it's a bit up in the air. So I think it's like one of those things that like kind of open ended. So we'll find out in the second one.
Yeah, I just felt like there could have been a bit more at the end.
It was a bit of an ambiguous ending, I will say.
Yeah. My
current favourites, like I know, like top 4, top 5, like off the top of my head, and they're all relatively recent.
Are they all thriller?
No, not. They're actually not all recent. So Scream, the OG Scream.
Yeah.
Spirited Away.
Yeah, that's not recent.
I know. La La Land.
Again, not recent.
Silver Linings Playbook.
And not recent.
Romeo and Michelle, High School Reunion. Not recent. They're not recent, but they're movies that I've watched more recent, is my point.
See, I like Rock of Ages, Greatest Showman.
Love Greatest Showman. People are weird about that movie these days.
Why?
I don't know. People kind of turned on it, I feel. They're my top 5.
Do you know what film I do like? What's it called? The Britney Spears film.
You watched that? I did a video on it, but I know what you're on about.
What's it called?
Isn't it like...
That one when she goes on the road trip?
Yeah.
And because there's the song in it that I'm not a girl, not yet a woman.
I didn't even know you'd watched that.
And I love that song.
I didn't even know it existed until I started doing like Britney videos and stuff. And then I watched it on the channel.
Yeah, I love that film.
I had no idea you'd even know about that.
I do like the classics, like Pretty Woman and stuff.
See, I only watched that recently.
Mamma Mia. Love Mamma Mia.
Yeah, well, guys, I think we're going to leave this here because this has been a very all over the place episode. And Leah's going to have a right time trying to edit around this one.
Yeah.
But hopefully this has been a good episode. Hopefully there's something substantial here.
They're probably all just gonna laugh at me crying.
I don't think they'll laugh. I think they'll understand and be sympathetic. Like, luckily, the podcast audience is a bunch of sweethearts. So I don't think you're really gonna have to worry about people being nasty or hating or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe the odd one, but that's assholes. All right, we're gonna go now.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.